Today, I'm going over every single modification I've done to my vehicles, so if you're interested, stay tuned. Alright, so before we get into the actual video today, I just want to take this moment to give you a little bit about my backstory and who I am as a person. I've been meaning to make YouTube videos for quite a while. I have a lot of interest in content creation, and I think that's kind of something I just need to try out and pursue. One of the things that I love is obviously cars, but the enthusiasm behind cars. I love working on my car, I love cleaning my car, everything to do with my car. You can ask my family, friends, girlfriend, all that. They'll say that I revolve my whole life around vehicles, specifically driving and fixing up. I've been kind of in and out of content creation since I first got my 2020 BRZ. I'll post a picture here for you. My 2020 BRZ was something that got me into the car scene. The first, I think it was like the first month that I had the vehicle. I swapped out the coilovers, I put an exhaust on it, I got wheels and tires, so it was kind of just like a really quick introduction to the car scene for me. I went to car meets, car shows, everything that summer. It was quite an eventful time. And ever since then, I've just gotten more and more involved with the local car community, growing as a person, as a car enthusiast, and I've even involved myself with work in the car industry. So if you don't know me, my name is Brian, and I work in car sales. I currently sell Subarus, and that's just kind of the brand that I like, the brand that I want to represent. I've owned 2 BRZs, 1 Subaru Impreza. I've had a couple of project cars in the past. Back in late 2020, I actually made a short form YouTube video, and I will post some clips of that. I think that's really funny. So stay tuned for that sort of thing. I think that's pretty cool. So this isn't the first time I've tried starting up YouTube before, but I think I'm going to give it a good shot this time, and hopefully it all works out. All right, with the introduction out of the way, let's go out to the fun stuff and get right into the car. Alright, at this point in the video, I'm just going around the outside of the car, showing you how dirty it is. It was a little loud in there, so it was kind of hard to record. I'm just explaining that I went on a road trip over the weekend, and that the brakes got kind of dirty, messed up the wheels and the outside of the paint. There was a bit of salt in the road those days. You can see him wiping it off the wheel there. Super, super dirty. Just kind of going around the car, showing you how dirty it is up close. Got the new painted spats are covered in dirt. So I'm going to go ahead and clean her up. right, now that we got the car all cleaned up, still a little bit dirty on the outside. It's kind of hard to keep a white car clean. We're going to go outside. I'm going to give you a quick walk around of the vehicle, talk about the different modifications. It's really loud outside, so it's probably going to be just a voiceover from me inside. But let's get right into it. We're going to start with some of the performance mods and then work our way around. Super windy outside today, so it was kind of hard to get some shots in. But let's just kind of go over some of the modifications, and I'll insert the clips and videos that I took from outside. So first off, we're going to start with the performance and handling of the vehicle. Obviously the TS comes with some sport tune suspension, but I swapped that out pretty quick. We got some Tane coilovers. They're the Flex Z coilovers with the adjustable front camber. Full ride height adjustment on the front and rear of the vehicle. I like where it's sitting right now. Maybe a little bit lower would be nice. But that'll segue into what we got going on next. Next is one of those modifications that's really easily overlooked. That is your wheel and tire setup. So once you have your car low, it's very, very important to make sure you have a good wheel and tire setup. What I've currently got on my car right now is a set of XXR 567s or whatever that number is. They are 18 by 8.5 plus 35. So that plus 35 is the offset of the wheel plus 35. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to go with. I bought these wheels quite a while ago. I had them on my 2020 BRZ. But I decided to throw them on this car and they look phenomenal. The fitment of the 2022 plus BRZs in the rear is perfect. Like there's a bit of an extra spacing between the rear of the old generation and the new generation, and I think they did a really good job. So the tire setup that we have on the car right now is actually, I just recently got them installed and it looks amazing. The handling's also been really good as well. So it's a 255 35 R18, super wide tire, as wide as you can go on an 18 by 8.5 setup without going over the actual limit. So with that 255, you have maximum grip because you have extra width, and it just looks really well overall. Now, next up, we have what is probably the most fun part about a car is the exhaust setup. So I originally had an MXP Comp RS exhaust on my 2020 BRZ. My old one sounded a little more raspy than I wanted it to, so I went and upgraded to an NVIDIA N1 dual catback exhaust. It sounds phenomenal on its own on the new Gen BRZ, but I also paired it with a DC Sports front pipe without a cat. That is, it's made the car pop and bang a lot more from factory, and it just makes it have that deeper, throatier tone overall. Now, I've noticed a performance increase as well. The car seems to be a little more rowdy with the front pipe with the cat delete. So it's not only does it sound good and it pops, but it also has increased the performance and flow of exhaust a lot more than before. On the exterior of the vehicle, we got a couple of I was hoping to get some more aero parts in before this video. The only thing I really have going on right now is that duckbill as well as the rear spats. Now, the duckbill I only got from Amazon. It's like a carbon fiber look, and oh, we have people coming up. There was just some people in a Cobalt just drove by there staring at my car. Rear spats that I have on the car, those came from Subaru directly. Now, I did want to get some of the other parts from Subaru. It's just they're very, very expensive. The rear spats alone are about $500 Canadian. It's a very ridiculous markup, but it is definitely worth it for the look. I think it looks a lot more JDM. I did want to get a front lip and side skirts as well, but those are coming down the road. I also got the rear trunk spoiler. It is just like a knockoff TRD style one that the Toyotas come with. I don't know why BRZ didn't include them, but I think it's a really cool addition, and the carbon fiber look just kind of sets it apart from the rest of them on the road. With the TS trim, what you get is blue stitching on the interior as well as the black buttons on the inside. Now, I think it adds such a subtle look to it, but it also has the STI push button start, as well as on the gauge cluster it pops up with STI logos, which is kind of cool. It's a little homage to the Subarus back in the day, when, you know, STI used to be part of the brand. And one more thing I gotta talk about for the TS specifically is the Brembos aren't just a regular Brembo. They are actually the color of the original rally cars from back in the 90s. So I think it's a really, really cool gold color to have on the car. Kind of pops a little bit, and it doesn't get in the way of the red wheels that I have. Kind of does it for all the modifications that I've really done to the car. I mean, it's very like OEM built. I haven't really touched a whole lot in the motor or anything like that, but that's gonna be coming down the road. Still have warranty. I'm trying not to void it. And apart from the suspension, the exhaust, the wheels, tires, all of those are really great first things to do to a car, and I think they kind of complete the look of the car. So when you're first starting out a build, it's very, very important to get some of those things done if you really want to make a difference on the handling, performance, and look overall of the vehicle. With all that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the look around the car. I don't have too much else to share with you. I'm going to put a couple clips in of my car, of the exhaust, just so you guys can kind of hear what that combination sounds like, so you can try it for yourselves. I hope to make more long-form content in the future. I really enjoyed making this video. It was really fun. We plan on doing some more vlog style stuff in the future, as well as some build rankings. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, please stick around, and we'll be pumping out some more content soon. Thanks, guys. Peace.